whenever someone talks and spit comes out. It's like rain.
Is anyone's head super itchy? Did anyone have lice?
Stop.
I'm just saying.
Don't
Where did we
say
get these
that.
pillows?
Hey everybody, what's up? I made another video. Welcome to my floor. So I have some of my boys here with me. I got Brandon, Tom, and Eric, and we're all chilling down here. So we actually all work together too at FBE, and they made some collabs on their personal channels, and we also made a video up on FBE too. So if you want to see more of us hanging out throughout the week, you should check out FBE too and subscribe over there. So I thought, you know what? I haven't made a video in a while, so why don't I invite my friends? We'll lay down on the floor. We'll pretend to have some 3 a.m. sleepover talks at noon. But I wanted to get to know my friends more, and I wanted you guys to get a chance to get to know us more. So I have some questions of my own. My guess, I hope you guys have some mental questions in your heads right now.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Who hurt you?
I also asked for some questions from the audience on Twitter and Instagram. So we should get started, boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Do not fall asleep.
Again, I'm upside down and it looks like every time I frown, it's gonna be me smiling. Every time I smile, it's gonna be me
Just
frowning.
make sure to
He's
frown the
not
whole
sad,
time.
he's happy.
Hey,
Look.
buddy, turn that frown upside down.
It's a smile.
So I got this first question, which is something that I always think about, but what's something that you wish you were allowed to do as a kid?
Murder.
No.
That was gonna be your answer for no matter what she said. You were
No.
just gonna be like, murder!
No, I
Wait,
had
what?
reasoning, and then I was like, I can't remember how I was gonna justify that.
As a kid, I feel like I was raised in a traditional Mexican household where you don't wear makeup, you don't do this, you're respectful to your parents as hell. I think I wish at least I was allowed to sleep over at my friend's house, because I was never allowed to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
So so you've repressed all of your feelings about sleepovers. Now we're doing it. You're like, hey Tori, what do you want to do for a video? And she's like, sleepover, please. As a kid, I guess it wasn't. Well, I just always wanted to fly.
Yeah,
Like, no,
my parents didn't let me.
Well, it's kind of
They're like,
true.
you're grounded, literally.
Literally grounded. I remember so vividly having like dreams almost every day of like me and like being able to fly. I would get into a paper bag,
What?
and then the paper bag would start flying.
What?
You know the little handles? They would like turn into wings.
What if that was real, but it's kind of like the Fairly Odd Parents, where when you get a certain age, you forget about all those cool childhood
Whoa!
memories?
What if you did do that
I'm
all
just
Tom?
saying.
I farted a little bit.
Stop it! Okay, so I asked a real cute question, but this one's slightly darker. From CRN Danson on Twitter.
Stop!
Would you want to know how you die or when you will die?
Oh, that's up.
Oh.
How I die.
When
No,
I think
when
when
I
I
die.
die.
No,
No,
oh, because
I
either
wouldn't
of them
wanna
is gonna
know
mess
when.
me up.
I'm gonna
real
do.
bad.
I'm gonna say how I die because it's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah.
So I can
Debatable.
enjoy.
But what if-
hold on. I can enjoy the rest of my life.
Not true.
Whether it's tomorrow, today,
Not
in 2 weeks,
Uh-huh.
I can enjoy the rest of my life. I know I'm going to die.
So I'd want to
I'm
know
dead now.
when I die then. Because then at
Yeah.
least you have a time span where it's like, all right, let me just do everything that I ever wanted
Yeah.
now because I know the exact date of when I will die.
I kind of like that better.
No, that'd be so convenient to be able to be like, all right, I'm 20% done, and exactly count down how much time you have left to do everything you want to
Oh,
do.
that's kind of cool.
It turns life into an equation.
Yeah, but then, like, will it be like one of those things where your date could change because now you're doing really crazy stuff? So then it's like, oh crap, I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Hey, this needs an extension.
So from Hajarmik said, how do you explain your job to your relatives?
Oh, dude. Okay, so that's really hard because my own dad doesn't really understand what I do. My
No,
mom
that's
gets
funny.
it. She watches all the videos and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But like explaining things to my dad, like even explaining YouTube is difficult. And then when he tries to explain it to family, that's even more difficult. So I just say, I work at a place that makes videos. I help produce those videos.
Porn. My dad's very like loud and Italian, has a super thick Boston accent, so he always goes, he's a star, he's a YouTube star. He's a star. He's a
You gotta be a
YouTube
star, kid.
And then I'm like, no, I'm just like a digital production company. And they're like, what? And I go, I'm a YouTube
star.
I'm a star. I'm a YouTube star.
Whenever anyone asks, I'm just like, oh, I eat dog food on camera. And I leave it at that.
Do you guys ever make something up though when you don't feel like explaining it to someone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
a lot of times.
lately I've just said producer. Like,
Oh,
I produce,
yeah.
whatever.
I've had a lot of people, because since we're on React and there's a rotating cast and stuff like that, people will see our faces.
Yeah.
And they don't know where they've seen their
yeah,
faces before.
true.
So this might be a little messed up, but some people come up to me and they're like, hey, where do I know you from? And I've started to say like, oh yeah, we had a class. oh yeah, we had bio, and then they're like, oh, with blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh yeah, Miss Stevenson, I love her.
I never like to assume that people know me from
Yeah,
FBE.
yeah.
So if
That's
people
another
are like,
thing,
why do
yeah.
you look familiar? I normally am just like, I don't know.
know.
And so I just leave it super vague because I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm on a thing that maybe you've seen. Because then what if I'm wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There-
that's what I
there was,
thought we
I've had a
said.
couple people that are like, oh, where have I known you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm on this show called Teens React or Adults React. And then they go, no, it's not that. I'm like, Boston Tom, and they're like, no.
Damn!
From Charlotte on Twitter, she wanted to know, what if other life knows we exist, but just doesn't want to visit us because our planet sucks?
No, it
It's a good
totally makes
call,
sense. That
yeah.
totally, yeah. Don't visit us. Don't
they,
visit us.
They were like trying to like tap into our communications, and
Yeah.
they pulled up Musically by accident. And they're just like,
They're like, nah, we're good. Wow, they're real primitive.
Their
Hey,
mating
guys-
dances are weird.
Guys, do you, first of all, believe in aliens? And if you do, what shape or form do they take?
Yes, I believe in aliens, and I feel like I believe in kind of the traditional
Like green
green
little
guys. Yeah, but they're very like far away from us. Space is massive.
it'd honestly be more scary if we didn't have anything out there, and we're just
Yeah.
kind of
Honestly.
alone.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Drifting
just-
in this.
It's so narcissistic to assume that we're the only ones in this like giant
Yeah.
universe.
I would hate to be a background character in my own
In
life,
your own
though, you
life.
know? I think aliens do exist, but they exist on like maybe cellular level. I don't know if we're the most
yeah.
advanced.
I believe in aliens and stuff. I don't believe in alternate universes.
Well, but it's just different
I don't
wavelengths
know.
vibrating at different speeds. So I mean, it's like it's just kind of
We
string
know
theory.
absolutely nothing about it. I don't believe in alternate
Like
universes.
wormhole-
Like,
Hey,
hold
bitch!
on. Hold,
They
ow,
exist
dick.
over on my channel.
Ah, okay, yeah. Go to
Oh, yeah.
Brandocommando.
I
No
feel like
way.
there's alternate universes.
No way.
I just
I don't
okay.
know.
The reason why I entertain so many different ideas, I think, is because I'm of the belief that we don't know everything. So that's why I'm always just kind of
That's
like,
bullshit.
sure,
We know
don't
everything.
No, we don't.
We know everything.
Every single thing.
Every single. Yeah, I'm being sarcastic to
Is there one movie that you guys would refuse to watch? Like absolutely no,
Tusk.
because oh, you have talked about this before.
Tusk?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's
Ah.
Justin Long. It's a Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah, so Kevin Smith and Justin Long were like high on Kevin Smith's podcast, and they were just like pitching like random stupid ideas. And I think Kevin Smith just goes like, "What if we made a horror movie about a guy getting turned into a walrus?" And he's like, "Oh, that's pretty good." And so he makes the horror movie, but it's so fucking scary.
Human centipede weirdo kind
See,
of stuff.
mine
Yeah,
is
but it
Human
sounds so
Centipede.
stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, you've never watched it?
No, and I don't want to see
that's
Human
a,
Centipede.
it's a film for sure. It's a while.
It's
It's a
cinema.
film.
Yeah, I watched that just to watch it, just because like
I did check it
everyone
out. Yeah.
was talking
Talking
about it in
about
high
it,
school,
yeah.
and I was like, I'm cool, I can watch that.
Yeah.
And I watched
And then
it,
I
and I was
watched
like, I'm not cool, Mom. What happened?
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
scared.
that
I looked at
film
the
is
poster and I was like, nope.
Oh yeah.
Any of the Avatar films, like I watched the first Avatar film and was like unimpressed and didn't care for it, and it was crazy because everyone gave it so much praise and
Yeah.
everyone's excited for like 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I have never cared for them and
Wait.
like don't care.
James Cameron or
the
Last
James
Airbender?
Cameron,
blue
James
people,
Cameron, the
right?
blue people.
Okay.
I don't care for it.
I do not like Tom Cruise, and I hate Tom Cruise.
Is it the Scientology
Ooh.
part?
Wait, that's
no.
Is it
I just-
your name?
Wait, has
No.
no? That's a lie.
What?
I thought. Wait, no. All this time I didn't think it was a meme. I thought you genuinely liked him.
No, Julie, because this started because Julie told me that Tom Cruise is the most famous person ever, and I'm like, no, he's not. And then it started a slow resentment, and then everyone talks about how famous and awesome he is, and I was like, no, this guy. So I don't.
He didn't do anything.
Yeah, is there
I
anything
know.
He runs like this.
I don't. And then I started like I watched one of the Mission Impossible movies, and I'm like, this is a stupid concept for a movie. And then there's like 9 others, so I won't watch any of the Mission Impossibles,
Yeah,
even
there's
though
like
the
6
new one's so good. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I don't really wanna
everything's
watch
the
Mission
same. There's an action, and then he solves it at the end, and it's literally
You know,
Mission
hold on, do you
Impossible.
like any movie ever? Because that's what you just described.
No, that's
There's
not-
a problem,
no.
and then the things
No,
happen.
no, but this thing's like, hold on, Tom, we have this problem that we cannot solve, and then he's like, I'm on it, and then at the end he's like, Mission Impossible.
Have you seen James Bond? Dude, have you seen James Bond?
I think it wasn't. They shouldn't have named the film
Mission
Impossible
Impossible.
by the second one.
Oh,
Clearly,
okay,
it was
right.
possible.
All right, so I got a deeper question that I always think about.
Oh,
But
What about butts?
butts, they're great. But what's something that you guys are afraid that you won't be able to do, like down the line in the future?
This is like so real. I've always had like a really fear of like just general success and just being able to survive and do what I want. My biggest fear is like that I'm just going to be unhappy my entire life.
Yeah.
So it's like, especially when it comes to being satisfied in my career or love life or anything like that. So I'm always just scared that I'm not going to be good enough, and that has always like been in the back of my mind. That like even when you're hanging out with like people or stuff like that, like oh I'm not good enough to hang out with them or like I'm not funny enough. So it's always just like I guess self-confidence.
Have you ever heard of imposter syndrome?
No, what is
It's
that?
exactly that though, where it's like you feel like you're what's the word? Like you're an imposter, like you're a sham
like you're
sort
a
of
fake,
thing.
you're
Yeah.
phony.
So like it's that sort of thing where it's like not good enough for this, or you're just kind of like pretending to be a lot cooler than you actually are, but in reality it's like I'm not that cool.
Yeah, so I think it's more just a mental thing of like I don't know if I'll ever get into that mindset of like, okay, you are good enough for like Nathan Zed's marketing for his t-shirts were amazing.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like everyone has a thought where they're not good enough for in some regard of their life or just as a human. Everyone I feel like struggles with that at some point.
I think everyone's really good at pretending though.
Yeah, I mean, even when it comes to like, you know, the big YouTubers and like celebrity friends that we like make or meet at like VidCon, like even some of them, it feels like they're putting up their facade and kind of like pretending they're a lot grander than they really are.
I think it's important just to even like talk about it though, because even the more you bring up this whole sort of like imposter thing with other people, you just figure out that people are feeling the exact same way that
like,
you
wait,
are.
you're faking
no,
that you're
exactly, because then it
important?
kind of puts
Me
it
too.
better into perspective of like, okay, so I'm not the only one that feels like this.
Yeah.
If you were able to talk to somebody from your past, who would it be?
Myself.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I'd tell myself, like, there's a lot of things that you worry about when you're a kid, or where, like, even when you're, like, a growing teenager, when you're hitting adulthood. I think there's, like, a lot of things that I stressed about when I was younger. A kid's stressing. that I wish I could, like, go back in time and tell myself, like, things will be okay. You're going to make it out of this. This is what's going to happen. But also hoping that because I go back in time and tell myself what's going to happen, I hope that they continue to have the motivation to do it and instead aren't just like, oh, it's going to happen anyway, and then just like slump off and like don't go and chase it. But yeah, like there are moments or like little stresses in my life where, you know, as a kid, maybe I was like 11 or 12 stressing out about, you know, maybe the 8th grade. I wish I could go back and just tell myself like, hey, dude, you're fine. Like, you're going to be okay. This is not something to worry about.
See, yours was really positive. You were like, I want to give myself a pep talk. I want to go back and like tell all of the kids I went to middle school with, like, hey, in 10 years you're gonna be working at a Jamba Juice. Go yourself.
Yeah, f***
You, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler, you. Tom.
I'm gonna get pretty deep, sorry guys, but I want to go back and talk to my brother. Like he died 7 years ago, so it's just like a long time to not talk to someone.
Right.
And just like I feel myself like forgetting what he sounds like and stuff like that, so that kind of really messes me up, so I have to watch videos and stuff. So just like the fact that I could go back and try to talk to him and just to, like to hug him, I think that's what fucks me up the most.
No, because I was even thinking of the same thing where it's like, I know, like my grandma, she passed away maybe 3 years ago, and in this hypothetical situation, because, I mean, she always spoke just straight Spanish, so I could never completely communicate with her, aside from, like, affection and things like that, more, like, physical things, rather than communicating with each other. So if anything now, I just kind of wish that there was a scenario where we'd be able to completely understand each other, and, like, in that scenario. But, I mean, I don't know. I think that's the one that I thought of the most, though. Thanks for watching this.
Oh, no! Aliens! Stop! And it was like, oh, dead relatives.
Oh, I'm going to sleep. Wait, no, I have a question I want to ask you guys.
Yes.
What do you guys think deja vu is?
Well, I think, dude, I felt
like...
deja vu in Japan. I've never been to Japan.
Okay, wait, actual weird hypothetical though. Would you guys go to Mars if it was possible to live there?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Would we have to be stuck there though, or could we come back?
Oh.
Okay, so listen, I know like Elon Musk is like looking for people who want to like do a free trial, live out there for a little bit. Now listen, a lot of things are gonna go wrong on the first trial,
exactly.
right? So I think I'll wait like in like 10 years when it's established. I definitely take like a weekend trip out there.
Just get a tan on Mars.
Yeah,
That would be
dude.
good.
I mean,
Just
you come
skin
back
cancer.
like purple. You'd come back like purple, but
Your bone density is really lowers. Your muscles
you like,
are, like
yeah,
ripped
you gotta
apart,
like rock a wheelchair for the next like
Yeah.
2 weeks.
But it was
until
cool.
your
It was a
bone
fun
density-
weekend, though.
Yeah, it was fun, dude. I
Like
got
hard
faced on Mars.
Yeah.
Dude, the alcohol on Mars is way stronger.
Brandon's like, I bought a 2-night stay. I didn't realize that was 3 weeks.
So thanks again, you guys, for chilling on my floor with me. Appreciate it. This ended up being like fun sleepover circle, therapy circle. I loved it though. So thank you for agreeing to do this, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. They also made videos on their personal channels, and then there's also still the Super Collab on FBE too, so you should head on over there and subscribe to all of our channels. But that's it for today. We'll see you when I make another video.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
See you next year.